comparing ratios. How can we compare ratios? How can we rank them? We'll use a very straightforward simple technique. We'll not go back to those using LCMs or using decimals. It's a simple technique. For example, let's say we want to rank, I'm writing on a few ratios. Let's say 2 by 3 is a ratio, 5 by 6, 13 by 14, 7 by 8. Let's say I want to rank them, which one is the highest, and then moving on to the lowest one. Okay, I want to write them in descending order, which means the highest first. I'm writing down these numbers again. So what I'll be doing is I'll see the difference between the numerators and the denominators of each fraction of each ratio. I'll see the difference between the numerator and the denominator. In the first case, the difference is 1. In the second case, again, the difference is 1. In the third case, difference is 1. And in the last case, difference is 1 again. So what I've seen here is that difference is 1, which it is same in all the cases. Whenever the difference is same, what you need to do is you just need to see the numerators. Just compare the numerators. The greater the numerator, the greater will be the fraction. In our case, 13 is the highest number, so 13 by 14 will be the largest fraction, followed by 7, then 5, then 2.
Any 2-digit number with 11 in 3 seconds. Well, the faster way of multiplying any 2-digit number with 11 is that you add the 2 digits and you sandwich the result in between. That is 5 plus 3 is 8 and you write 8 here. So the answer is 583. Now we are going to start a very important and very interesting topic of mathematics, that is finding percentages. Alright. So if I ask you, can you mentally find out what is 15% of 120? Then what would your answer be? Alright, so I'm giving you 4 seconds and your time starts now. Your time is up. The correct answer is 18, of course. There it is. Now let us first see the usual way of finding the percentages. But before that, let me tell you what percentages are. Now the best part is that the word percentage itself says what it is. It is made up of 2 words, per and centage. That is out of 100. Centage is again coming from the word centum, which means 100. Like century has 100 years. So percentage means out of 100. Okay, once we have understood that, then calculating percentage would not be a problem. So in order to find 15% of 120, all you need to do is write 15 over 100, isn't it? 15 out of 100 times 120. Now just simplify it. Cancel out this 0 here, this 0 here. Now you have to find what is 15 times 12. So either you can do it directly, because 15 times 12 is 180. Or you can use the faster technique here, like 15 plus 2 is 17. And for the last digit, 15 times 2 is 10. So it would be 180 over 10. Now strike out this 0 and this 0, so you are left with 18. And that is what the answer is. 15% of 120 is 18. But as you have yourself seen that despite using the shortcut technique, calculating the usual way takes little time and effort, isn't it? So now let me show you the easy way, the faster way of finding the percentages. So if you were to ask me what is 15% of 120, I'll straight away say it would be 12 plus 6, that is 18. Alright, I'm not going to do any calculation whatsoever. All I have done here is break 15% into 2 friendly parts, into 2 friendly numbers. So 10% plus 5%, isn't it? Makes 15%. And finding 10%, 5%, 100% of anything is very simple using the decimal shifting trick of finding percentages. Okay. Now before I teach you what is decimal shifting trick, you have to tell me what is the present position of decimal in 120. It is here. And this is equal to 100% because 100% of any number is the number itself. Like you go to a shop and the shopkeeper gives you 100% discount. Then what does it mean? It means that grab it because he's giving it to you absolutely free of cost. That is the entire amount he has discounted. Now, in order to find 10%, all you need to do is shift decimal one place to the left. So, 10% of 120 would be 12. Shift the decimal to the left. So, this makes it 10%. So, 10% would be 12. Using the same logic, if I ask you to find 1%, then it would be 1.2, isn't it? Putting the decimal here, it will become 1.2. So I'm sure this is very clear now. So now tell me what would be 15% of 120. So immediately find the 10%, it would be 12, and 5% would be half of that plus 6, that is equal to 18. Isn't that much neater way of doing it? Now using the same logic, quickly find out what is 20% of 120. So I'm sure you have got the correct answer. It is 24 because 10% would be 12, shifting the decimal one place to the left, and double of that would be 24, isn't it? 20 is nothing but 10% plus 10%. Always break it up into friendly parts.